Welcome back, you're watching 9 News. Moving on to Asian news. Former Chinese police chief Wang Lijun, who attempted to cover a murder case, has been sentenced to 15 years in prison. According to Xinhua News Agency, Wang was sentenced for the combined term of 15 years, 9 years for bribery, 7 for bending the law, 2 for defection and 2 for abuse of power. Moreover, he was deprived from his political rights for 1 year. Wang did not appeal after hearing the verdicts. As Wang Lijun surrendered voluntarily while being investigated and assisted the authorities to crack down Bo Xilai's wife Gu's murder case, his power was mitigated. During his term in Chongqing, Wang had also committed other offences, including illegally releasing 4 suspects in return for property and money totalling more than 3 million yuan. Nepal rescuers continued the search and rescue for climbers missing after an avalanche on Mount Manaslu, where at least 8 people were dead on Sunday. Nepalese authorities have once stopped the helicopter search and rescue mission because of the poor weather. According to the police, there were 29 people on the mountain when the avalanche swept them away early on Sunday. The 8 victims who were killed in the avalanche included 4 French climbers, 1 German, 1 Spanish, 1 Italian and 1 Nepalese. 10 injured people have been rescued and were flown for treatment to the capital, Kathmandu. Police said there were still 3 people missing. It was believed that 2 were French and 1 was Canadian. Mount Manaslu is located in Nepal, the world's 8th highest peak in the world, and is considered one of the most dangerous of the 14 summits, over 8,000 meters. Taiwanese-owned company Foxconn, a major supplier to Apple, was forced to suspend production at a factory in China after conflicts by as many as 2,000 employees, which sent 40 injured people to the hospital. Foxconn confirmed that there was a personal dispute between several employees at the staff accommodation area, which set off into a violent clash involving 2,000 workers, injuring 40 of them. Foxconn said the incident started on Sunday at about 11 p.m. local time, and the riot did not finish until 3 a.m. the next morning. According to Xinhua News Agency, about 5,000 policemen were later dispatched to deal with the situation near the facility in the northern Chinese city of Taiyuan, which employs about 79,000 workers. This is not the first time Foxconn had negative news from their workers. Last year, a group of Foxconn workers committed suicide to protest their poor working conditions. However, according to the police and the company, the latest violence did not appear to be work-related, but it is suggested that it may have been triggered after a security guard hit an employee. Now moving on to sports news. The All Black superstar fly half Dan Carter has made a good recovery from his calf injury and is expected to start the match against Argentina on Sunday.
Aaron Cruden has made the starting lineup at fly half for the last 2 games against Argentina and South Africa due to Carter's calf strain. And although Cruden is a great player, he didn't quite get his game together. Coach Steve Hansen believes Carter will play against the Pumas, and that's the least he can do after being declared hopefully fit, and so is travelling with the team who play the Springboks on Saturday week in South Africa. Hansen said he had to make a few hard decisions as he can only take 28 players, so he decided to leave Wyatt Crockett at home. The All Blacks are the only unbeaten team in the Rugby Championship.
The 2012-13 ASB Soccer Premiership will kick off on the first week in November, with 3 Wellington Phoenix A-League curtain raiser fixtures to feature off the draw.
Team Wellington will play against Canterbury United and Otago United in November and December respectively at the Phoenix home ground, the Westpac Stadium. Young Heart Manawatu will travel down to the capital for a match against Waikato FC on December the 2nd. Otago United will play in the new indoor arena at Forsyth Bar Stadium in Dunedin in the opening weekend against Young Heart Manawatu, which is great news for the fans. The ASB Premiership rewards and targets talented young footballers in New Zealand across 8 teams to identify emerging stars and create a career path.
The Chelsea captain and England legend John Terry announced that he has chosen to retire from international football with immediate effect.
After the announcement was made, England manager Roy Hodgson was clearly upset by John Terry's decision, especially as he has played well in the last few internationals. Terry made the decision on the same day as his disciplinary hearing relating to the accusations that Terry racially abused his former teammate Rio Ferdinand. Hodgson has left the door open for the Chelsea defender should he change his mind, as he will stay fit while playing for Chelsea. Despite reports to the contrary, fans are angry that England coach Hodgson has continued to snub the Manchester United defender Rio Ferdinand despite his contribution to the England team.
Now moving on to Happy Diner, introducing and reviewing your favourite restaurants in Auckland.
Today's Happy Diner would like to take you here on the spectacular waterfront and enjoy some tasty seafood. This is a building with almost a century's history, facing Auckland's most beautiful coastline and allowing tourists and locals to enjoy New Zealand's freshest and most scrumptious seafood.
It's a spectacular view. It looks straight back over the Auckland city at night, and on a lovely afternoon it's a gorgeous sunset, and it's a truly spectacular view.
The dish on the menu today is a signature dish that is loved by all. Market fish has been on the menu for 10 years, using the freshest fish of the day, complemented with prawns, calamari and mussels. Lastly, poured on top with a creamy coconut broth. The rich and sweetness of the coconut brings out the aroma of the freshest seafood, and the taste is just indescribable.
今日食到呢個 market fish 咧，今日好好彩，食到我最中意嘅魚之一呢個。
Today's my lucky day. We're having John Dory for the market fish. The reason I like John Dory is because it's sweet and the meat has a very nice texture, bouncy just like a sponge. Also because the chef didn't add any seasoning other than salt. The fish tastes extremely fresh with the hint of the coconut sauce.
Pan-fried fresh John Dory pieces, prawn, calamari and mussels, seasoned with sea salt and pepper, topped with green beans, mint and coriander. Lastly, served with coconut broth. It's as simple as that.
So the market fish has been a signature dish for 10 years. People have come in rave about it. It's beautiful in presentation-wise. Uses three of the best seafood that you can get: the mussels, squid, and the prawns. The market fish itself is fresh every day, but it's been on for 10 years, and I presume that it will be on for another 10 years because it's just so popular and delicious.
Now moving on